Hi guys, Ian here. Welcome to another video onto my channel, and it's been about a week since I made my last video, and that's been for a number of reasons. One, because I've had a lot going on, and two, because I've been quite still and quiet in myself, and there haven't been things that I've particularly wanted to talk about. But today it's quite late in the UK at the moment, and it's time that most people are thinking of going to bed. But I was sat in my this is my little reading corner where I sit and do my reading, and today I've been thinking a lot about symbols and symbolism and how I use symbols in my meditation practice. Well, not only me, how people use symbols in their meditation practice, because symbols are very powerful tools that we can use to help us to open our minds to new understandings, new appreciations, new insights into things. And I found symbols to be quite fascinating, and what has prompted this video is this iron bangle, which is a Sikh Kara bracelet. Now I think there's probably going to be mixed views on whether a non-Sikh should and can wear a Kara, and I really don't mean to offend any Sikh person, and I acquired it and I wear it because of the powerful message, I suppose, that it speaks to me. So this is why this is what got me onto the subject of symbolism. Now this as I understand the Sikh Kara, this is made of iron, wrought iron, and it is a continuous circle. So there's symbolism in this. Firstly, the continuous circle, which in Sikh tradition is representative of the unbreakable bond between humanity and divinity. And it also, the wearing of it is a reminder that, you know, to honour divinity and to do with these hands things that uplift and ennoble us, not debase and devalue, and would cause us to be not worthy of our divine heritage. And iron, it's made of iron because iron is a living metal, as we can see when it rusts. Iron is essential to every living being on this planet. We have iron in our blood. Without it we would die. Iron is, it links us as living beings to the living planet Earth. So to me, this Kara now links me to the earth, because I am part of the earth, links me to divinity with an unbreakable bond. It reminds me of those things. In this symbol, there is rich and powerful meaning. And this is what got me thinking about symbolism and how important it is to me, and why I wanted to share the video. Cup of tea. So excuse me a sec. Now, why is it that symbolism is so powerful? Well, something that I may have mentioned in one of my other videos, but something that I learned a number of years ago, and it fascinated me even before I really understood what it was. And it is this, that in esoteric teaching, symbols on planet Earth, which can be two-dimensional drawings or printed symbols, or even 3D symbols like statues, that they are the representation on Earth of living forces or living beings in the astral light. So that when we are looking at a symbol, it is not just what it is the representation of something so much greater. And if you reverse that, if you look at ourselves, this body, this vessel, the vessel of the soul spirit, then on Earth, this body is a symbol of that which is greater than it, that which it really is. Because we know, don't we, that this is not what we are. This is an expression of what we are, but what we are is immortal soul spirit beings. And this is our symbol, if you like, on planet Earth. So, how then can symbols help us? And how do they help us know things that we don't know or that we haven't learnt through our cognitive effort? Well, let's use an example. We've used the example of the Madonna and Child. Now, if you think Christian Madonna and Child, but predating that, you could think of Egyptian Isis with the child Horus, or any mother and child symbolism from any culture on Earth. When we look at it, it speaks to us and it says something. Why is this? Because a symbol contains the representation of something that if we were to have to describe it in words, we could be taking minutes, hours, if we start to describe the attributes of something. But when we see that represented as a symbol, all of what that symbol represents can be made available to us. Now, using that example of the Madonna and Child, now if you think from the Christian religion, from the Egyptian culture, from any culture where the image of a mother and child, especially if it's a divine mother and child, all those countless people who have looked at that image, who have understood what that image is meant to portray, who may have worshipped that image, poured into it their love, their wonder, the richness of their emotion and their energy. The symbol becomes something in its own right in the astral light. This is how the symbols become living beings, because of the human energy that is poured into them, that shapes them and forms them. Because remember when we've talked before about the gods being human personifications of cosmic energies, cosmic forces, cosmic principles. Well, the same thing with symbols. We don't create the power, but we create the image that the power then inhabits. So because this energy, this being now exists in the astral light, if we, in our meditations, where we've become stilled in our minds, where we have allowed our inner being to be more listened to, because we've silenced everything else, we've silenced our extraneous thoughts, we have stilled our body, we brought ourselves to a place of inner reflection. If we then concentrate our mind on the symbol, we will find that things rise up within us, things from our subconscious, from our from our group, the group soul memory of our species, things that we may have insight into from our connection to the astral light. And we find that we are exposed to concepts, we begin to understand things that we have not learned through reading or through watching videos about them or through discussion. They are impressions that rise within us, and this is quite fascinating, and I would encourage you to, if you disbelieve me on this, I'd encourage you to do a little experiment. Find a symbol, maybe through an internet search, that is an ancient symbol that you know nothing about. And then, in your meditation practice, when you've got yourself stilled, when you've got yourself kind of in that place of inner silence, hold the image of the symbol in your mind and just keep it there. Keep bringing your mind back to it, and then notice what thoughts and particularly what feelings, what emotions, what impressions arise within you. And at the end of your meditation process, jot down those thoughts, those mental images which may appear to be random to you, any emotions that you felt, jot them all down, and then do some research into the symbol. And I'm almost certain that you will find that the things that you didn't know that have arisen within you can be associated to the symbol that you were holding in your mind. It's happened to me loads of times. And to me it's evidence that everything is connected, and that the world behind the world that I am so fascinated with and that I kind of dedicate my life to learning more about is reality. It is not something that people make up and is unreal and science fiction. So symbols, yes. And so you can do it that way around, where you use a symbol that you don't understand and then find out what you find out about it in your meditation. You can do it the other way around. If you particularly wanted to increase your knowledge or your understanding particularly of something, of an aspect of the mysteries, find a symbol. Find a symbol that represents that particular avenue of thought, or that power, or that particular philosophy, and hold it in meditation. You could use the tattvas, for example, the elemental symbols that are as part of Indian philosophy. That's worth looking at. And there are many others which I won't go into now because I haven't made any notes and I'll end up confusing myself and everyone else. But yeah, symbols, powerful tools for helping us to expand our consciousness in our meditation process. And yes, that was my random thoughts for this evening before I clock off and go to bed. Anyway, great to speak to you guys, and I'll catch you again soon. Take care and bye for now.